We are live. Welcome back to Earle Sports Bets. And today we're also streaming on Winning Free Picks because we have Sean Higgs joining us here. It's baseball time, opening day. This is going to be the opening day show. We will be answering questions and stuff on the games tomorrow as well, but tomorrow's show is going to be focused on NHL and the NBA. So just because we don't have 2 hours to go over every single game, we'll be going all over it tonight.
I'll be going over it on my show. It'll be all baseball, no NBA and hockey.
Yeah, well, we break down every single game on the ESB show. So we don't time constraints. We don't have 2 hours to break down 11 hockey games with 15 baseball games and a couple NBA games as well. So we're doing them now. So we ready for some baseball here?
You know, I'm going to say for your viewers, for you guys, I always joke around like no betting allowed, like regular season NBA.
Yeah.
Going back to 2008, 5 winning seasons for me in NBA regular season. Now, it's not like you're getting like coming out and we're betting hundreds of games here because we were talking off air about doing stuff. Yeah. 33-31 losing year, 33-33 losing year, 17-25 losing year. Although a monster 76-72 season, I guess had a lot of plus money, like money line kind of guys because I won 756.
There you go.
But normally 40-44. You guys think it's like a joke when I say that, like I can't do regular season. That is going back to 2008. 2 years with over 100 games. 3 years. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's no thank you. No thank you. Give me that Major League Baseball, baby.
Oh yeah, it is baseball time. We'll go over to the chat and then we will head into the first matchup. Real Deal Prime in the house saying sup World Series. I'm assuming those are Canadian flags because CACA means Canada. So I'm assuming he's saying Blue Jays World Series this year.
Could be. No more Expo, so it's got to be the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Grinch going, here we go. Yes. Dropping by to say hello. Had an eye appointment and couldn't see all day. Hope is all as well.
You don't got to see. We'll pick the winners for you, Team Money.
Yeah. All is well in the world because we've got baseball. Real baseball to break down. No spring training, no World Baseball Classic, none of that stuff. We get real baseball. And we're going to kick it on off here with the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals here. We have the Braves minus 235 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let me get up the line history for this. And for those wondering, I will be listing off ticket numbers and stuff like that. Those are off the Pickett app. It's like a sports tracking app that has line movements and things along those lines. This line opened up on the 28th at Braves minus 245. It's actually down to 10 cents. Towards the Nationals. It's now minus 235 for the Braves. These are all bet online numbers as well that I'm listing off here. The total opened up at over 7.5, minus 110. It has come up to an 8 since then. I'm seeing, kind of difficult to judge off the money line because it's a minus 230. For the spread, 75% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Braves. As for the total, 27% of the tickets and 32% of the cash is on the under. A lot of money coming in on this over, which explains why it's gone up to from a 7.5 to an 8. Our starting pitchers for this matchup here are going to be Max Fried Chicken and Patrick Corbin in this matchup here. I feel like it's pretty simple for me in this spot. I'm going to just start off right off the bat. We get to fade Patrick Corbin in the first game. I'm going to go with the over in this game. I got over 8, and I'm probably going to be looking a little bit towards the team total over for the Atlanta Braves as well, which is probably going to be around that 4.5, 5 mark, depending on the price. So I am going to be looking a little bit towards the team total over for the Atlanta Braves, but I am on the over 8 in this game at $1.10. We'll go to Higgs here. Thoughts? First game of the season, Braves, Nationals.
Yes. You got to go Atlanta. I can't like 235. It'll be after a run line action for me, but 135, 140 range. I agree with you, the over, because I think the offense is just jacked. I mean, look at this offense for this team. Run through the names. I mean, it is really good. And yeah, Patrick Corbin, who's been a gas can the last 2 years. And you wonder what happened. I don't know if we talked about this on the show with Tim, right? We're talking to him on midday. Yep. We're talking about, like, was it after COVID? Like, he just never I mean, he was solid. He had a great year, but he was like solid kind of guy. You expect a 13-10 record or somewhere, give you innings and respectable. The last 2 years has been, I mean, 5-6 ERAs, and now you're facing a
Yeah.
line that is stacked 1-7. Like you got a bunch of good hitters. Team total. I wish we had team totals on the sites to throw
Oh
out.
yeah.
And I don't really jump into, not that that's an exotic kind of play, but I don't really kind of throw those out there because people are, still kind of new. They're finding their way. I try to keep it basic, keep it simple, stupid, give them a nice little kiss, sides,
Yeah.
totals, easy stuff. But I agree because I think they're going to score runs. So what's that going to be? Total of 8. You got to think it's going to be at least 4.5. I mean,
yeah. Let me take a look. I'm gonna look over on BetStamp here. They give out. They'll tell you where all the best odds are and stuff like that. I can try to find a team total here for the Braves, because that's most likely something I will be betting in the morning. Because usually the team totals come out in the morning, and I'm somebody where 80% of my bets this year are going to be first fives or team totals. Like I don't really do full game money lines. I do 0% full game unders. That's just something I don't do because I don't like bullpens coming and messing up my my totals. I do not have any team totals yet. It's not showing me team totals here.
That's the equivalent of the old, half point guy blowing a big lead at the end of the game and not covering double digits or something.
Well, yeah, it's just for
college
me.
Basketball or football, the bullpen comes in, you're just like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, I want nothing to do with the bullpens, and I also hate the 10th inning. There's runners starting on second. I've seen plenty of full game unders.
But every time, if I have an over, it's a loser. If I have an under, it's a loser. No matter which way I cut it with a guy outside, I can't catch a break.
Yeah. By the way, when you said that lineup, by the way, projected lineup for tomorrow: Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olsen, Murphy, Ozuna, Darno, Harris, and Arcia, which is pretty strong.
I got a first 5 total here on BetMGM at a 4 for the Braves. Got to jump on that.
Team total? No, that's a first 5.
First 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it is a first 5. That's not a team total. My bad. We just took a first 5, so that's why I said first 5.
Yep. I got you there. But yeah, I'm going to be on the over 8. You said you like the over 10. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot of backing Patrick Corbin. I'm gonna take the Nationals. Hey, trust me, there's going to be some gross dogs I'm taking opening day. I just feel like everybody's just writing him off already. It's one of the first games, and I know this means nothing. I love scrolling through Twitter and seeing what everybody loves. How many people are going to have the Braves part of a parlay tomorrow? How many people are going to have the Braves run line as their first play of the year?
For sure.
I think, as ugly as it sounds, and we're going to take plenty of ugly dogs, I'm taking the Nationals. And I'm going to take the over as well, because if the Nationals lose, it's going to be because the Atlanta Braves put up 8 runs by themselves. So I'm going to
Braves, Tampa, Padres, who else? Angels, all in the money line parlay, easy money.
Yeah. I'm taking the Nationals, and I'll grab the over along with it, because I feel like I'm going to at least hit one of them, because either the Nationals are going to somehow find a way to win the game, or the Atlanta Braves are putting up the 8 runs by themselves. So Nationals in the over.
Yep.
Yeah. Head over to the chat. Best bet saying Mets are a trap tomorrow, and I'll fall for it. Spoiler to when we get along to that game, I am not on the Mets.
I like Team Money, but how can you think it's a trap? They're going against a Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah.
The guy won the Cy Young last year.
Well, the line has dropped. The line, I think the Mets opened up at like -135, -140. It's dropped to -115. So I understand where he's getting at there, even though I'm assuming Mets are getting money. So I'm not shocked that the Mets look like a trap tomorrow. And honestly, spoiler, I'm on the Marlins first 5. But yeah, going let's get the money tomorrow. Absolutely. Is there anything like the NFL for the first game or for the Cup winners, the hangover?
I get the old you're raising banners. It's kind of because anytime you see stuff like in the NFL, like on Monday Night Football, like, oh, we're gonna raise a banner for this team or something, the team comes out and gets trucked. Baseball, you got the Stros. It's gonna be their first game since the World Series.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd look to fade them anyway because I got Dylan Cease at plus money. We'll talk about that in a bit. I mean, for me, it's what kind of spot. If they're playing some garbage team, it's tough to say I want to fade them.
Yeah. You could have done that last year with, I believe, the Reds plus 1.5, not money line though against the Braves.
No, against the Braves. Yeah,
Reds won out. Hold on,
Reds won outright. We had the Reds.
The Braves.
That's right. They won outright. Yeah, they had the plus 1.5 in every single game of that series.
Because that was a 4-game series. The Reds took half of them, and then proceeded to lose 18 out of 19 games or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no, I remember that.
That was a great opening week between them and the Orioles crushing the Red Sox.
Yes.
Taking a stab with the Braves team total over. Yes. Michael Buena saying, "Hey guys, what's good?" Braves Nats first half over 4.5 plus 128 may be the only other look. Braves up 5-3 after 5. I could definitely see that. And I think we're going to see overs to start the year a little bit as well.
I could see like a 5-0 even. 5-3. You think Max is giving up 3 runs to these guys for five innings?
Yeah.
Maybe they can get the over themselves at 4,
Yeah. Not going to lie, I lean under. I don't know why. Braves minus 1.5. Mets minus 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, Braves minus 1.5. National opening day. Yes. Oh, sure. Engvall scores. Yeah, it's 1-0 Islanders. And actually the Maple Leafs just tied it 2-1 in that game as well. James S going, yo. And the Maple Leafs just took the lead. Wonderful. Well, the Panthers were looking good. Don't appreciate you fading my Yanks, Nick.
We'll talk about that game next.
We will be talking about that game next. And I didn't fade them full game. Did not fade them full game. San Francisco Giants are at the San Francisco Giants are at the New York Yankees. The Yankees are $1.75 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where this line is open under interleague games. Here we go. Line opened up at Yankees minus 180. It's dropped 6 cents to minus 174. This line opened up at 7.5 minus 110. It's moved 15 cents towards the under and is now plus 105 for the over 7.5. Let's take a look at the ticket numbers here for this one. No surprise in this one. Money line, 88% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Yankees. Spread, 85% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Yankees. And total, 56% of the tickets are on the over, 55% of the cash is on the under. So a little bit of the bigger bets here coming in on the under. And that kind of makes sense because the lines moved a little bit towards the under here. I did do a little bit of a first 5 play here. I took the Giants first 5 plus half a run at minus 105. And I also took the first 5 under 3.5 here. Games that I think that it could be a lower scoring ones, I'm a little bit okay with taking the plus a half a run because I can see this being 1-1 at the end of 5. I can see this being 0-0 at the end of 5. Things along those lines. So I'm looking at the team or the Giants first 5 plus a half a run at minus 105. You can take the money line as well at plus 150. I'm just taking that as a little bit of a insurance there for the push because I can see this being 1-1. And I'm also on the team the first 5 under 3.5 at even money. Tim, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm on San Fran. Garrett Cole, yeah, he's a good pitcher. Yeah. I don't think the Yankees should be minus 190 off the rip. They've got a couple of injuries. And you got to look at it. San Fran had probably one of the worst off seasons in MLB history. And I'll call it that. With Arson Judge and the Carlos Correa fiasco, they managed to get together a couple of guys, but I think San Fran comes out of this one quick. And I'm getting them at a nice plus 160.
Yep.
Taking some dogs to start it off. I'm on a lot of dogs tomorrow. But San Fran for me in this one.
Higgs, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm a San Fran full game. I got 160. I got Logan Webb, who followed up a nice breakout with another solid campaign last year. And it's Yankee. I'm a Yankee guy. All right. Although not much of the Yankee, I didn't want to re-sign Judge for that ridiculous contract.
Oh, yeah.
But look at this lineup. I'm an Astro fan now. I am. It's easy to get into a team that's just a juggernaut, that just keeps reloading like the late 90s Yankees. But Yanks, I got LeMahieu is coming back from injury. Judge is, people think you're going to hit what? He hit 60, he's going to hit 75 this year? Come on. No. Rizzo, okay. He's a solid professional. Stanton? Okay. Look at the bottom half of this lineup. Torres, who I like Is he going to be what he was before the COVID? I don't know. They should have traded him for Pablo Lopez. Aaron Hicks is starting. Trevino's a nice little catcher. I get it, but this is the bottom of the lineup here. And you got the youngsters, Cabrera and Volpe. Look at that. That's half of the lineup. And then look at it. The Giants are bad. All right, maybe your boy Conforto breaks out, but they're a professional team. Even as bad as I thought they'd be last year, they weren't as that bad. They still kind of managed to win games, which is ridiculous when you look at the lineup. But 160, no Cole, no thank you. 190, as you said, right out of the gate, Yanks laying 2-1s. The lineup is bad. Until you see otherwise, go ahead. This guy gave up 11 homers last year. So you'll give up 2 here? Okay, I think we can score a couple runs against Cole because that's what he does. He's going to go 7. He's going to have a bad inning somewhere along the line. That's Cole. He's either dominant Cy Young guy or the game he goes 6 or 7 innings. He has 1 bad inning. He's given up 3, 4, 5 runs. So I'll take my shot here at plus 160.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with that there. I do worry about the Giants' full game. That's kind of why I focused on the first 5 rather than the full game. But yeah. We got some hockey talk in the chat here. Need the cardiac cats. Me too, Grinch. I'm on Florida in this spot. Atlanta, first 5 team total over is 2.5. Absolutely. I think they can get 3 runs in the first 2 innings.
That's it? First 5, 2.5?
Yeah. Give me that. Yeah.
What book's that at? We'll take that.
Up. We don't need that negative energy. The Pirates is plus 110. I won't be on it. I probably will. But this should be the year. The Pirates are actually almost competitive, and that lineup they could be the Orioles of last year.
It is English. You just don't know how to read. This is actually one of the better long comments here if you read it all at once.
Fair enough. But yeah, I am.
You were trying to jump around on that.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. I kind of like the Pirates there. I do.
Listen. The Pirates got a nice little lineup. You got the kid O'Neal Cruz.
I'm very excited about them.
Yeah.
Brian Hayes, another young guy. Reynolds, they were going to trade. They didn't. They brought the old man McCutcheon back. Choi. Sawinski's a rookie. Castro's another youngster for them. Or I say rookie. Could be a second-year guy. These guys are all young. The entire team's young. But,
yeah.
We like Ronzi Contreras.
Yeah. Did they take away the Leaf School? I think they did. Thankfully, yeah. Yeah. There we go. I'm only on draws tonight. I can see all 3 games going overtime tonight for sure.
Hey, can we stop talking hockey?
I was going to say, what's going on? This big opening day banner to start.
Oh, yeah. Team Money is saying, I'm a diehard Yankees fan, and it's been tough the last 5-6 years. Come on.
They'll be good enough. They'll be good enough to
disappoint. You're a Yankees fan. You should complain about nothing. Sorry. And they're still going to be good enough to disappoint yet again. Braves, Dodgers, Astros, Seattle, Phillies, Padres for it all.
Yeah.
Shocker. The Yankee fan didn't even throw the Mets in there. Shocker. Baltimore Orioles are at the Boston Red Sox here in this game. Red Sox $1.20 favorites, total 9 in this game. This one opened up. Kyle Gibson and Corey Kluber. Quite the pitching matchup if this was 5 years ago. This line opened up Boston minus 130. I think Higgs is frozen there. It's gone down to minus 119 for the Red Sox. And then the total opened up at 9.5, and it's gone down to a 9. As for the tickets here, 60% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the Red Sox, even though this line's dropped 11 cents. And 53.7% of the tickets are on the under. 86.7% of the cash is on the under so far. And the line's dropped, so that kind of makes sense there. I haven't made a play on this game here. I'm kind of looking toward Baltimore in the first 5 innings in this one. I don't know. I still need to figure out which bullpens you can and can't trust. So for me, I'm looking at Baltimore, and I'm looking at them in the first 5. Higgs, where are we looking at for this one?
Full game on the O's, baby. I am not a Red Sox guy. I said this, and I'll keep saying it. Kluber, Sale, Paxton, great in 2015, not so much in 2023. And that lineup, I mean, who'd they bring in? Look at this lineup. Really, you got Alex Verdugo, All right, Devers is good. Turner? Justin, how old is he? 38, Justin Turner?
Something along those lines.
That guy Yoshida, people are like,
It
how
could
the
be
heck do you give
interesting.
him a ridiculous contract? Duvall's got pop. Maybe he has a good year there because that's a nice hitter's park.
And Casas is a highly touted prospect for them.
He's the youngster. I mean, and they got some young guys here. Hernandez, a shortstop, I think, is a young guy. I mean, again, we talk about the Yankee lineup. This lineup, I mean, really, you got Devers, who's like Judge, and then you got guys like, well, Yanks are a little better. I should say that. I mean, look at this lineup. It's a lineup of not very good guys. And at least Baltimore's got some spunk in them. They had a breakout year. They got the youngsters coming up in, what's it, Gunnar Henderson and the catcher, Rashman. They got some nice young players there. Although I'm going to temper my expectation on them as a whole. But here, again, much like the Yanks, I'll be looking to fade Boston here out of the gate. San Fran to Baltimore. 6 easy bets to start the season here on through the weekend. Or maybe it's a 4-game series. I don't know what it is, but we'll take them. Take those O's, baby.
Yeah, I'm not huge on the O's this year. Tim, what's your thoughts? I know you like these O's. I took their season win total under. What's your thoughts on this game?
I love these O's. I have them over their win total. I have them to win the division. I think a little bit of a change of scenery is going to be good for Kyle Gibson. He was really solid in Texas. Goes to Philly, struggles. And I think he's going to go out because he went from a small market to a big market. Now he's back in a small market. I think he's going to thrive in the small market. I think he has a solid year, and I do not trust the Boston Red Sox. I think they're a last place team. I think they're horrible. This is maybe a look towards the over in this game, although it has dropped from 9.5 to 9. But
money is coming in on the under, so that line move makes sense.
I like the Orioles. Orioles are going to be on my card a lot this year. Baltimore, especially at plus money.
Here we go.
Anybody know where area code 505 is?
No, but I could figure it out in about 20 seconds. Hold on.
All right, figure it. One.
As we go through the chat.
Hold on. You said 515?
505.
That would be in New Mexico.
All right.
Cool. Noel saying
the bookie killer is here. Let me prove it. Tonight we have NBA with MLB starting tomorrow. I'll be here for a few days to prove myself. In or out?
Go for it. Hell yeah.
Get it.
Noel saying Orioles money line.
Yes.
He's saying question. Did the Red Sox do anything to be better or no?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I just say they did absolutely nothing. They're great. They're great in 2015 with their pitching staff. They'd be wonderful with this lineup. Although half their guys wouldn't be born yet. They'd be in high school.
Yeah. Erica saying Angels first 5 run line. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm saying Athletics first 5 run line. I'm going to watch this one. Yes, I'm not going to because in my MLB package blacks out the Nationals and the Orioles. I do lean Orioles. Yeah. Braves team total over. Orioles team total over.
Yes.
Erica saying Higgs, what's up? Winning free pick saying, hey, Erica. Steve saying, hey, don't show my number. Higgs saying he's Team Money saying Mr. Higgs with the New Mexico fans. Exactly. There you go.
When when they want a lock tomorrow, I'm going to be like, I got a number to call for you. I'm going to give it up. Call this guy. He's got all the locks.
Oh, yeah. Call the number. It's 1-800-GAMBLER. But we have the Milwaukee Brewers. They are at the Chicago Cubbies. I know all three of us like these Cubbies this year. Yes. -140 are the Brewers with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's see where this line has moved. Here, getting up the line history in this one. It opened up at -140. It's moved 2 cents towards the Cubbies since the opening line to -138 for the Brewers. Total 7.5. It opened up at -108. It is now -104. Taking a look at where the money's coming in on this game. For the money line, it's 66% of the tickets and 71% of the cash is on the Brewers here. And the line's dropped 2 cents towards the Cubbies. Interesting. And then we have 70% of the tickets are on the under. 85% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved 4 cents towards the under. So I guess that makes a little bit of sense. I would expect it to move a little bit more with that type of money on it. But I'm not really looking at the total in this game. I'm going to take a little Cubbies action here. Cubbies first 5 for me. +120 is what I got it at. I'm looking to back this team a little bit this year, and I am not high on the Brewers particularly. I took a little Brewers under win total and to miss the playoffs. So I think this team is probably a seller at the deadline. I would not be surprised if Woodruff, Burns, Peralta are in a different uniform after the All-Star break, like type of thing like that. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this Brewers team laying $1.40 on the road. I took a little Cubbies first 5 here. We'll go Tim here first. Thoughts? Brewers, Cubbies.
All I know is that after the game, the W flag is going to be flying over Chicago. I like the Cubbies. This is a Cubs team that, yeah, you mentioned we're all high on them. They made a lot of good moves. I will say the only bright part to the Milwaukee Brewers this year is Corbin Burns. And I mean, I guess their pitching staff is pretty solid with Woodruff and Peralta. But I like the Cubbies. You're getting them at plus money, a little bit of a home dog. I know first 4 games of the day, and I've grabbed all the dogs so far. But I think you get opening day, and I think it's gonna be a dog day. So I am on the Cubbies. I'll take them as a small dog here. They're gonna play solid at home this year. And I think if you bet them a bunch, they're gonna be plus money. You're gonna make some money on them. Let's get it, Cubs.
Higgs, your thoughts? Brewers and Cubbies.
And he's frozen. All right,
he's frozen. We'll go over to the chat here, and then if he comes back, we'll.
He'll be back in a minute. Yep. There you go.
Brewers lineup may be sneaky, but honestly, I doubt it. But they could be.
You know what happens when I go to the RotoWire page? It freezes up on me.
Oh, there you go.
I guess there's like a bunch of crap because I'm like, there's no.
You good?
So I don't know. It's because they got all.
Oh, he keeps freezing up.
He'll be back eventually, folks.
Yeah, Steve saying team ride Cubbies. Yes, Cubs, baby. Under Cubs and Brewers. I can see the under. I'm not going to be betting the under.
So does that mean the wind's blowing in?
Yes, that probably means the wind's blowing in, which probably means the under is going to hit. We'll eventually have Higgs back here. Move him there. We'll get his thoughts on the game. Let's see there. There we go. All right. Please, Brewers. Try not to freeze up the sun.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, Cubbies over that win total was at 77.5.
Yeah.
Yes. Load on that. We like this spot, though. I can't. Burns is so good. Although I do have the under tomorrow, 7.5. I added it during the show. Someone's like, possible snow. So if I have cold weather and I got a solid pitcher on the hill, I mean, more than solid. Burns is a Cy Young kind of guy. And I agree with they could be sellers and he'll be out because he's annoyed at how they treat him with the arbitration. You know, Woodruff's a stud as well. You know, they brought in Winker, a little extra pop out of there. The lineup is always like people are like, oh, Christian Young. The guys have been good at 7 years. I mean, when's the last time that guy was good? 5 years ago?
He won an MVP and then
got Cubs did everything they had. They brought in a bunch of guys looking to prove themselves. You know, my guy Cody's there. They brought in Hosmer, Dansby. Who else? Trey Mancini's on that team. They kept all their parts. Wisdom and Nico Horner, all these other guys. I know Suzuki's out a bit. He'll, but I like the team a lot. This spot though, I'm going to be a no play. I give me the under. You're that good. I can't. I don't want to lay. Why is it 140? He's that good, but I can't. I got 13 other games. I got the total. I'm happy. I can get 77 wins somewhere else. I don't need it right now.
Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next matchup here. The Detroit Tigers. That Lenny is super enthusiastic about this year. Yeah, Mannequin Challenge. And the Tampa Bay Rays, a team I am actually very high on. I took a little Tampa Bay to win the AL East at plus 325. I think this is a good Rays team this year. And generally speaking, this is a team I just learned not to doubt anymore. Let's take a look at where this line had opened. This line opened up at Rays minus 230. It's actually gone down to 225, so it's moved 5 cents in the direction of the Detroit Tigers. This line has moved from 6.5 up to a 7. And this one, it opened up 6.5 minus 110. Now it's 7 at plus 105. And to no surprise, overwhelming amount of money is on Tampa Bay. 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the money line, 79% of the tickets, 77% of the cash on the spread. And the total, 80% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on the under, but yet this line's gone from a 6.5 up to a 7, which kind of confuses me there. That's the books telling me that they're not scared of this under money. And in fact, you want to take the under, we'll give you an even better number here. I'm on the over. I think that this game could be 3-3 at some point. At the very worst, I push. But I think that once I think the Rays can get some runs against this Tigers team. I'm not very confident in the Tigers this year. I did take their season win total under. I think the Rays put up 5-6 runs potentially in this game, and we just need a couple from the Tigers. I took over 7 at plus 105. Higgs, what's your thoughts on this one?
Listen, run line with Tampa at this price. The Detroit lineup is, how are they scoring? They're just an under kind of team. Look at this lineup. I mean, I like Torque. I like Riley. You got some young guys there, but you're going against a guy in McClanahan. I mean, one of the best lefties going. So I expect him to be good.
Got a little Cy Young for him.
Like, I kind of like the over one at 6.5. And I said, even to the show, I said 6.5. There are 7s out there. Will Hill had a 6.5 early, and then 7's a lot of the other spots. At the Tampa, this is a team always like Wander Franco was supposed to be the big stud last year. Hurt most of the year. The whole lineup was kind of hurt, right? Everybody's out. Playoffs come. They get all their guys back September. You think, oh, they could make some noise. They got to stay healthy. And listen, I like them in this game. Yes, run line, sure. But going forward, this team, I want to look at their pitching staff because a lot of guys last year, a lot of youngsters, they spread them out. How are they going to respond? Because they got a lot of guys always like, now everybody seems like everybody gets a Tommy John surgery, right? Just people's like, oh, Tommy John for this guy's out for a year. He comes back. Tampa's got a lot of depth. Overall, I like them. Tigers, again, I like them to start here. I'm like, I love all the young pitchers. And I see Scooble's still out. Tombo, like Manning, all these guys. And we roll out Rodriguez. You had Manning. You have all these young guys. They can't put it together. Like, they fired the GM. We had this discussion last year. They fired the GM. I'm like, your entire pitching staff's on the disabled list.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Like, fire your training staff. Who's saying these guys can pitch? What are they doing? They're getting hurt all the time. It's like the Mets. Remember when the Mets went through that? Like, guys were getting hurt, and they're like, I'll be out for a week. He's out for 3 months. Like, what is going on here?
And then they fired Ray Ramirez.
How does that happen to your team? Like, all your pitchers. It was like Joe Girardi pitching these guys? Is this like he was on the Marlins? Remember he ruined every guy in the Marlins?
Yep.
Jeff Johnson, remember how good Johnson was down there? Yeah. I'll just keep throwing him. 140 pitches. Throw him out there 7 innings. Go ahead.
Go for it. Sam, your thoughts. Tigers and Rays.
Feel bad for you, Lenny.
Lenny, prepare for 100 losses.
This is the one game of the day that I really have no interest in. The Tigers team I don't want to go after right now, and I'm not laying a price on the Rays. I'm not high on the Rays at all. I guess I agree with your over, Nick, but this is the one game I really have no interest in. I have interest in every single other one. This one I looked at and went, nah, I'm good.
If you don't like if the dog doesn't jump at you, you're definitely not going to lay with the Rays. So it makes perfect sense because we think the same way. It's like you gotta just move on. If it
was in Detroit, different story. On the road,
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Grinch saying the Leafs have 22 shots on goal. The Cats 9. Hey, the important thing though, Grinch, it's 1-1. Rays run line for me in this one. Yes, I'm on the Caps tomorrow.
Who cares? No one cares about the Capitals.
Yes, we're allowed to
have a hockey show tomorrow. There's a huge hockey show tomorrow.
Yeah, hockey show tomorrow. Bring all your questions there.
All right, well, we'll move on here. Texas Rangers are playing the Philadelphia Phillies. The Rangers $1.30 favorites in this game. Total 6.5 in the spot. And
you guys gonna be able to talk about this game without your heads exploding? DeGrom, the Phillies. This is just a Met nightmare right here.
I very well can. The line opened up at Texas minus 175, and it plummeted 45 cents. It
dropped. Way that opened at that.
On Bet Online, it opened up at minus 175. It actually dropped all the way down to minus 130 7 minutes later. So a Phillies plus 160 was available for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say because when I wrote them down, I was like, it was right around like a 120 actually on the.
Yeah, no, that immediately dropped. And yeah, I guess it makes sense.
This was minus 105 Phillies, minus 115 Rangers.
Yeah, no. It's showing that it hasn't been a minus 115 on Bet Online at all. That's just the book I use. The total opened up over 6.5, minus 110. It's gone up 10 cents to minus 120.
You definitely got some good overnight lines at BOL. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, love Bet Online. And until North Carolina can legalize it, which we're this close. We're getting so close to legalizing it.
Don't get rid of BOL, bro. Trust me.
Oh, I won't.
Because you'll get lines. The other lines come up like the next day. You'll be like, "Where the heck's the baseball lines? It's 11:30." They'll be waiting for everything else to spin before they start loading them up. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But it looks like for the money line here, we're getting 65% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the Rangers. The line's gone down a few cents since the 130. Total, 41.7% of the tickets are on the under. 55% of the cash is on the under, and it's gone up 10 cents. So they're kind of. I think that's telling us that the over could be in play here in this game. I grabbed the Phillies at plus 120. This is a Rangers team that I just don't understand the hype on. This was a mediocre team last year, and they went out and got DeGrom. He'll be good for 7 games this year, 8 games this year, like he's averaged the last 5 years. Like, I don't get the hype on this Rangers team, and this is a Phillies team that I actually think is a pretty good team. I think they'll be able to score runs here. I took a shot at the Phillies plus 120 in this spot. Higgs, your thoughts on this game?
So, and I know I kind of like discuss like season stuff on guys. So like the Phillies are a team. Hoskins out, Harper's gone. Yeah. Everything went right last year, right? You go to World Series, we talk no matter what team, everything's perfect. Who's that? Castellanos they have, Real Muto. Not even good seasons last year. So you expect them to be a little better. Trey Turner's going to do his thing. But I don't know. I think that DeGrom is a nice stable and force for a young team, a team that's kind of looking for an identity. Last year, the year before that, they spent what? half a billion on Seager and Simeon?
And then they massively underperformed.
Right? Yeah. But you know what? Simeon had his second half, I think he had like 2 homers for the first like 2 months of the year or something like that. His second half, he does that the first half, he's got like another 40-something homers that time. So maybe he's settled in. Seager bounces back. I want a little more. Like, the Rangers I know are juggernaut offense, no pitching. Now you have outlier pitchers that they've had with Gray and Martin Perez last year. Totally not what they usually do. I think DeGrom's going to come in and they'll build off that. I like the Rangers tomorrow. How about a run line plus 190 with the Rangers? And the total, believe it or not, this total looks great because Nola's a stud. When DeGrom pitches, he doesn't give up anything. And the Rangers' offense is lackluster. I mean, they need another bat or 2 or 3. You know, I mean, like, the bats are not there. I'm going to go run line 190 for a big payday.
Tim, your thoughts on this one?
And Nola's going to be a free agent, so who knows how he's going to be.
Yeah, I don't mind Nola Cy Young.
You know, he's either going to be a stud or he's going to be like, get me out of here. This is ridiculous. Things are going to go sideways early. It's Philly. You don't know what it's going to be.
Philly. Philadelphia. Yep. Yes.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with going after plus money. I will be on Philly in this game. I'm also going to be on the over. Everything you got to keep in mind. Sure, you get Nola and you get DeGrom on the mound. Are these guys going 7-8 innings? No. It is opening day. These guys are going 5 to 6 max. So you get a couple innings of bullpen, and whenever you get a chunk of bullpen, you're telling me this game can't be 3-3 at one point. I think this game finishes 5-4 or something like that. I think it's a higher scoring game.
Bullpens get involved, and absolutely, I can see that.
Yeah, bullpens get involved, and the totals get ridiculous. I'm going to be on the Phillies. I'm going to be on the over. Higgs is finally back after being frozen again. This is just you guys got to keep in mind these guys aren't going to go deep in the games. You're going to see a lot of bullpen tomorrow. I think the bats will catch up. Phillies in the over.
Yep. I can't make it though. Oh, for the show tomorrow. Yeah. Grinch saying Phillies. Yes.
Yes.
Markello saying stay away from me. Winning free pick saying I hate my life. Fair.
It happens.
We'll keep it going here. We have.
I'm literally watching on YouTube and like StreamYard's frozen. Like what? It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
I have no like the StreamYard's working fine. Our YouTube's fine, and then StreamYard I'm spinning.
Oh, that's fun. We'll move on though. We have 9 games remaining. We get the marquee matchup of the day tomorrow: the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. I feel like it's only appropriate. I'm gonna click the button real quick.
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, it's opening day. We already got a 1-800-GAMBLER. All right.
Goddamn right we do. But with that being said, let's take a look at where the lines moved in this game. Let's look at all the good stuff here. I actually like this game. This line opened up at Cincy minus 145. It's dropped 14 cents to Cincy minus 131. Line opened up at 8.5 at even money, and it's moved 2 cents towards the over in this spot here. For where the money is coming in here, 61% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Reds, yet this line has dropped 14 cents. And 69% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the over in this one. And it's gone up. So looking at this spot for me, I did take Pittsburgh first 5. Once again, I don't trust the bullpens. I think once the bullpens get into these games, we're going to see runs being scored. I do like the over 8.5 as well in this game. And I like the bats for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think the Pirates could be a potential over team this year. When we look at it, especially with these bullpens. I don't expect Pittsburgh's bullpen to be very good. I don't expect the Reds bullpen to be very good. Mitch Keller, Hunter Green, they'll get you 5-6 innings. But, I mean, this Reds lineup, Cruz, Reynolds, McCutchen, Choi, Santana, Hayes, Sawinski, I think it's not terrible. I did take the Pirates team the season win total over. I think this team is not going to finish last in the NL Central. I think that'll be the team they're playing in this game. So I took a shot here, plus 120. First 5 innings, money line with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I also did take the over 8.5 in this game. I think we'll see late scoring in this one. So if you guys do like the under, I would recommend the first 5 under rather than the full game under, because I do like Keller and Green. It's just I believe we'll see some late scoring in this game. Seeing that Tim's not here, we'll go to Higgs for this one. Reds, Pirates, awesome game. Where are you looking?
I agree with the Pirates lineup. You got a lot of youngsters in there. We'll see what they do. You're playing against a Reds team. Again, lineup looks terrible to me. I like the under, though, because of the bad lineups, and the pitchers are ahead of hitters, stuff like that. And Hunter Green, the guy's a strikeout machine, and he kind of reined it in a little last year. He pitched a lot better down the stretch. It was a little wild early. I mean, he was the opening day starter when they beat Atlanta there. So, I mean, the kid is really good. I'm going to look at the under in this spot. Again, do we got to bet this one? You really don't have to. Although as a guy who likes prospects and young guys, you kind of like, ooh, who's going to be the next big star? Pirates got a couple guys on their team who are looking to break out. You got Cruz. Brian Hayes was supposed to be a big future star a couple years ago. Was that Sawinski, whoever he is, another youngster. Give me the under.
Tim, your thoughts on this one?
I like Pittsburgh. And I'm getting my plus money. You're getting the Reds are favored by 135. I think Pittsburgh's the better team. And I think Mitch Keller has a slight pitching advantage. If I'm going to go after a pitcher, it's not crazy. If I'm going to go after a pitcher on this Pirates team, he's the only one I trust. I can't trust anybody else from this pitching staff.
I used to like JT Brubaker. He was terrible. And then Rosie Contreras was my guy last year, but he only goes for like 4 innings.
Rosie Contreras is on a different team now.
They traded him from the Pirates?
Yeah, I don't think he's on there anymore.
What are you talking about? No way. He's a youngster. No way they traded him.
No,
I was gonna say no, they didn't.
Then I'm thinking of
he's their fourth starter. He's their 4th starter.
Never mind.
They got Mitch Keller, Rich Hill, Vince Velasquez, Rosie Contreras, and Johan Oviedo.
Rich Hill and Vince Velasquez. You think this team's gonna win 70 games?
No.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hit their way to 70 wins.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Where's the pen? Where's
Pittsburgh.
the pen?
Pittsburgh money line. I'm not. I like the Pirates in this one.
Over to the chat. Big pass on this one. Yeah, I can tell a lot of people are not going to be interested in this one. Markel saying under. Sean Higgs saying huge lock in this game. Game of the year. Game of the year on opening day. All right.
Yes.
I can't.
You're not a real sports stat handicapper unless you have a game of the year on opening day.
Of course. Took the under 8.5 in the Reds game. Love the under here. Yeah. Did I win yet? No. You lost. Moving on here, Colorado Rockies at the San Diego Padres. Padres $2 favorites in this game. Total 7.5 in this one. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one here. This line opened up at $1.80 for the Padres. It's gone up 18 cents to $1.98. This line opened up at a 7 minus 125 to the over. It is now a 7.5 minus 106 towards the over here in this one. Let's take a look. No surprise here. Tons of money on the Padres. 92% of the tickets, 85% of the cash on the money line, 93 and 98 on the spread, 62.5 and 89.5 on the over. So heavy money on the over and the Padres. It makes sense that this line has gone up from 7 to 7.5 and from minus 180 to $2. This game didn't interest me at all. This one was one of those where I looked at it, pass, move on. Tim, your thoughts on this one? You're muted.
Yes, I am muted. I don't know how that one happened. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I opened up my can, so I didn't want to make noise. I'm on the Padres on the run line. I'm not taking their minus 200. I believe their run line is plus 110, and I'm on the over 7.5. I think the Padres do it by themselves. German Marquez was not good last year. He hasn't been good since his All-Star year, and this Padres lineup is sick. It's probably got the best top 4 in baseball. This could be a team that's going to hit, and they're going to hit a lot. Would we be surprised if we came back tomorrow and or the next day and just say, "Wow, they scored 11 runs and they won 11-1"? No, I'm not surprised. I think the Padres. This is an absolute just. This one's going to be your biggest blowout of the day. I think the Padres just smoke them. And I really like Blake Snell. I know Higgs high on Blake Snell too. We Cy Young tickets, but I like Blake Snell as well. So there you go.
I think if you take the Padres run line and the over this weekend, you'll be profitable all weekend long. I mean, run line was about a plus 110. Go for it. Over. They can hit it themselves. This Rocky team. We don't say the Reds and the Pirates are bad, and the Reds got at least they have some young guys come up. They got the young pitchers, Lodolo, Ashcraft, Green. They got some young talent. The Rocky, who are they waiting on to come up here?
They got nothing.
I mean, really, they got nothing in their everyday lineup. It's a bad squad. They got nothing to trade away to get any pieces, anything. I mean, they got problems at Colorado. San Diego run line and the over all weekend long. You could easily go 6-0. 6-0 could be on the horizon to start your basketball season.
Yeah.
And I don't say crazy crap like that. It's just I think the Rockies are that bad.
Yeah. I personally did take over 64.5 wins for the Rockies, and that's mainly because in the last 4 full seasons, they've gotten at least 41 wins at home, and I'm only going to ask them to win 20-something games on the road. So that's kind of where my thought process went with them is I think that they can win their portion of games at home. But on the road,
thing is that they're not facing Padres and Dodgers 20 times each. They're only facing them 12. So that's only 0-24 or 0-6 at home or something, It's not like they're getting – you need to play those guys 20 times. You could those losses start adding up in a hurry when you're bad.
Yep. Noel saying Padres monster lineup. Yes. Weren't the Rockies kryptonite to the Padres last year? I don't remember.
I think the Padres won 6 of the last 8 or 8 of the last 10 in the series.
Yeah. The Dodgers were the kryptonite of the Padres. Padres run line, yeah.
Except for the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep. Both games entering the third period tied 1-1. Yeah. Remember, guys, it's only the first game, so a lot of games stay close early. Fair.
I don't know. Is that true? We got to go back to last year's opening day. What were the opening day scores last year?
I don't know, but we will go into this one here, which I think is going to be a good one. The New York Mets are at the Miami Marlins. The Mets are $1.15 favorites in this game with a total of 6.5 in this spot. This line opened up at Mets minus 140, immediately went down to minus 130 about 10 minutes later. And since then, it's dropped another 13 cents. So this line's dropped 23 cents since the opening line from 140 down to 117. This total opened up at over 6.5 at even money. And It's now over 6.5 at minus 115. So it's moved 15 cents towards the over as well. And let's take a look at where the money's coming in here. On the money line, 84% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the Mets. 49% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Mets for the spread. And the under is taking 62.7% of the tickets and 65% of the cash. But yet this line's going up. I'm on the Miami Marlins first 5 money line in this one. Sandy Alcantara is just somebody I kind of blindly bet last year. Had him to win the Cy Young last year at 20-1. He's plus 550 now, so I don't really see much value there anymore. But also on the flip side, I do think we can see some runs in this game. And I could see the Mets putting up some runs later in this game as well. I like the over 6.5 in this spot. So I went with the Marlins F5 and at even money, and I went with the over 6.5 in this spot. Tim, what's your thoughts on this one?
One of my kind of like one of my favorite plays of the day is the over. And it's you look at the pitchers, you got 2 Cy Young Award winners going at it to tomorrow. Max Scherzer, one of the best pitchers in our generation. Sandy Alcantara is going to be one of the best coming up for the next generation. He was absolutely phenomenal last year, Sandy Alcantara, against everybody besides the NL East. I think he gets tagged up a little bit. Keep in mind, this Mets offense did not change all that much. And they were the 5th highest scoring team in the MLB last year. So they're going to put up runs. And I think Max Scherzer gets hit around a little bit too. Plus the front part of that Mets bullpen, I'm not a big fan of. I think they get hit up a little bit. You're telling me that this game can't be 3-3 at one point? Once again, it's opening day. These guys are going to go 5-6 innings. It means you're going to get 3 to 4 innings of bullpen. These totals are way too low for those. I took the Mets and I took the over. I think it's a 6-4 Mets win. By the way, Mets 40-21 on opening day. Win percentage of .656, which is the best in the MLB.
Higgs, your thoughts, Marlins and Mets.
Believe it or not, I really don't love this game. I have nothing on it. I mean, I would lean over because the Mets have hit Alcantara, but on the flip side, it's opening day. Maybe he's got a little more juice. They haven't seen him in a year. That kind of stuff. I got really nothing to say on this game, believe it or not. I got no opinion on. You could say I could take the Mets. They're going to come out, try to start the year on a good note, even though they lost Diaz. They want to come out and, hey, we're still the Mets. We're going to be good this year. And Miami still has no hits. I mean, they trade for, who's that? Louis Arias, whoever from the Twins. And the guy hits like a champ. I get it. I don't know. I think they need a little more help on the offense. I would actually lean Mets here. But again, I didn't bet it.
Grinch saying Marlins money line. I like the Marlins early. I don't like the Marlins full game though. Do you guys think hitting takes a back seat to good pitching early? I think it does. I think with the pitch clock, we're going to see more overs because pitching is getting rushed a little bit, and I think that we can fade some of the veteran pitchers early, and because they're going to be taking a little bit to adjust to it as well. But we'll move on here. 6 games remaining. The Minnesota Twins are at the Kansas City Royals. Twins $1.40 favorites. Total 9 in this game. Let's grab the line history here. This line opened up at minus 110 for the Twins, and it is skyrocketed up to minus 152. 42-cent line move towards the Minnesota Twins. Line opened up at 8.5. It's gone up to a 9. In this one here, let's take a look. Let's see if the tickets represent the line move here. And they kind of do. 68% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on Minnesota. And 76.6% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the over. So it kind of makes sense here. I stayed off this one. I would lean maybe towards taking the a little bit of 20s run line or first 5 run line, something along those lines. I like the Twins this year. I took them over their win total, and I took them to win the American League Central. I think this is a team that can hit a little bit. That total 9, though, I think that's probably about right. I did not play this game. I leaned 20s in this one. Tim, what's your thoughts on Twins, Royals.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the Royals. Once again, a little bit of a home dog. If you're going to back the Royals, I think that's where you're going to have to back them this year. I don't think they're going to be good on the road. I will say it is Pablo Lopez on the mound for Minnesota. So if there's a pitcher I trust from Minnesota, there you go. That's the one I do. But Zach Greinke, we saw really crazy home road splits last year from him. And I think we might see something similar again this year. Because as you get older, I guess whatever's going on with Zach Greinke, that's kind of how it is. He pitches better at home. Whatever the psyche is, I don't know.
He's
I'll
an
back
interesting
him
human being.
yeah, he's a very interesting guy. I'll take Kansas City. A little bit of plus money. I'm not high. You're high on the Twinkies. I'm just going to call them the T's until they start getting the wins. They don't get to be called the Twins. They're the T's for me.
Higgs, your thoughts?
I like that. The T wins. I get it. I like the over here. It was 8.5. That's what I got at yesterday here. The Twins could hit. They got a little lineup here. And as much as Greinke had good splits at home last year, I don't care. The guy throws 85 miles an hour. I can't like it. And his Twins team, yeah, Lopez is, I think, the ace now. But Sonny Gray's your old wily veteran. Joe Ryan, the youngster, look pretty good. They also have Tyler Mahle, who came over from the Reds last year. Bailey Ober, Chris Paddock, he's hurt. Kenty Maeda. Now they're not great names. Like, oh, that guy's terrible. But in Major League Baseball, you need to have 7 starting pitchers. Because ask the Mets, how's that working out with Quintana? Already shelved. Guys get hurt.
Well, no, Quintana's could be a nice midseason acquisition.
I'm just saying, guys get hurt. You know what? You need as much pitching and name guys as someone's going to trade. We're just joking about Rich Hill. He might be on the Mets.
Mets already tried him out. No, thank you.
Guys need pitching. I like to, as much as like Cleveland, although the McKenzie injury kind of hurts me there.
Yeah,
I think the Twins are the little dark horse there in the Central. But this one here, give me the over. I think we see some runs. Kansas City has a sneaky good lineup. A lot of young guys in there could rake. Give me the over. Yeah. And I do have the scores from opening day. Who said last year's opening day stay close early? So here, and how about this short opening day last Thursday? Last year was on a Thursday. 5-4 Cubbies. Royals 3-1 win over the Guardians. Cardinals 9-0 in a rout. Mets 5-1 win. You guys should know that. The Reds 6-3 winner over in Atlanta. Astros 3-1 over the Angels. D-backs over the Padres 4-2.
And the D-backs was a game-winning home run by Seth Beer.
It was a grand slam, by the way. I had him.
Seth Beer.
Yes, I was annoyed at the day. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, because I lost late on the Cubbies because they scored late or whatever there. I'm like, come on. I had a loser there, I think, in that game. And we had 2 rainouts. Yanks and the Sox, and the Mariners and Twins were rained out.
Yep.
Yeah, that home run. I remember watching it on my phone because I was like so annoyed because I was like, I can't even get a win today. I was like, Pirates, I'm fading Wainwright. Yeah, 9-0. I'm like, oh yeah.
We had the over in that Cardinals game, so never in doubt. Over 8.5.
David saying, I'm all over the Twins here. My best bet of the day.
Oh, that gets the pen.
Royals money line for
Greinke. Crushing me.
Interesting. All right, we'll move here. 5 games remaining. Toronto Blue Jays, St. Louis Cardinals. The Blue Jays $1.15 road favorites. Total of 7.5 in this game. A little interleague matchup here. Let's find where the line. There's the line history. Line opened up Toronto -120. It is now Toronto -116. And the total opened up here at a 7.5 plus 105. It is now 7.5 minus 111. So it's moved 16 cents towards the over, and it has moved 4 cents towards the Cardinals. The Blue Jays, though, getting 65% of the tickets and 58% of the cash on the money line. And 70% of the tickets are on the over, 88% of the cash is on the over, explains the 16% line movement here. But the money coming in on the Blue Jays does not explain why the line is moving towards the Cardinals here. And that's one. And I get it. It's Manoah, somebody that I have a Cy Young ticket for. I think Higgs does as well, Manoah. against Michael is somebody that we don't 100% trust, but I think he can be slept on a little bit. I think this Cardinals team could be slept on a little bit here this year. I like the Cardinals in this matchup as a little home doggy to start the year. This is a Cardinals team that they may not have the sexiest of starting pitching, but defensively, they're one of the best teams in baseball. This is a team with multiple Gold Glove Award winners. So really the pitching doesn't bother me too much. Their bullpen is awesome. The St. Louis Cardinals team, I think their bullpen is going to win them games. And their lineup's strong as well. I mean, when you have Arenado and Goldschmidt in the middle of your lineup there, I really like you. So I'm on the Cardinals here. I'm going to take the Cardinals money line. It was a short little doggy here on this one. Higgs, your thoughts here? Blue Jays, Cardinals, battle of the birds.
The Cardinals.
Yeah, gotta love the Redbirds. I'm on Manoa, 9-1 Cy Young, $3. Yeah, I grabbed them. I'm like, I gotta take them. Yeah, run line, puck line, Blue Jays. I grabbed them at a plus 150. I could grab the low hanging fruit because it's gonna be such an easy win for the Blue Jays here, minus 115. But I like to gamble. I'm going run line. I do not like Mikolas. I don't like Wainwright. Flannery's still working back from injury. I do not like the Cardinals. That's why I'm all over the Cubs to win this division, because you have the Reds, the Pirates. I think a slumping Cardinal team and a Brewer team that might be dealing a bunch of guys come June and July. Toronto is a team. I think this is kind of like the step forward team. We saw it last year a little bit. We saw them with Seattle, kind of young team moving forward. I think they take another step. And listen, it starts by going on the road and beating a St. Louis team that's thought of as the Central Division champions. Let's go, Alec. You talk. This guy talks a lot of crap. I get. And here's my guarantee lock of the day. Goldie or Arenado are getting hit tomorrow. This guy, he hit somebody. People are like, oh, he's throwing at Judge. Dude, the guy led the league in hits batters last year. He's not gonna back down from these cats. Watch. Here we go. Put it down. Put the pen out. Hit batter. Yes. Where's that prop for tomorrow? Take the Jays.
There we go. Grinch saying Jays. Markel saying I'm all over. I'm all over the KC. I'm all on. Are you saying you're all over KC, or are you all over KC the over in KC? Yeah. You're saying the Cardinals. I agree with that one there. Oh, nice splits on the Cards. I hate the Cards. Fair. We'll move in. 4 games remaining.
I like the Cardinals.
Yeah. Houston, you didn't talk about the game.
I like the Cardinals. Move on. We're already an hour in. Let's just move on. I like this team a lot more.
Yeah. Houston Astros, Chicago White Sox here. Astros $1.55 favorites, total 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the market moves in this one here. White Sox and Astros. Line opened up at minus 140 for the Astros. It's gone up to 153. And the line opened up at 7, minus 120. It's up to 7, minus 123. So 3 cents towards the over. This looking at the money line, 80% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the Houston Astros. Spread, 83% of the tickets, 87% of the cash on the Astros. The total, 40% of the tickets are on the over, and 63% of the cash is on the over. So I'm kind of looking at the over in this spot here. It's moved up a little bit, a couple cents. I could see runs in this game. I could see this being a 3-3 game at one point. I had Dylan Cease, and Dylan Cease is strong. I do think that he will get I think that Houston can put up a couple. Valdez as well. I think that this is a game where both these lineups are still not bad either, to where we can get some runs in this game. Even with no Altuve, the Astros are throwing out Pena, Alvarez, Tucker, Bregman, Abreu. This is still a strong lineup. And on the other side, Tim Anderson, Jan Mercado, Robert, Jimenez, Vogt, Grandel. Strong lineups here. So I think we see some runs in this matchup here. I'm on the over 7 here in this spot. Tim, we won't forget you this time. What's your thoughts on this game?
I appreciate it. White Sox. This is one of my more confident plays tomorrow. I fade the banner, and I really like Dylan Cease. I will say I have Cy Young tickets on both these guys. So I do expect them to pitch well through the first couple of innings. Dylan Cease, I think, is going to have a phenomenal year. I think he's definitely one of the top 3 pitchers in baseball. Or at least in the American League right now. So I'm gonna trust Cease. I'm gonna fade the banner raising because I think for The Core 4 Sports and the WNBA, because we bet that as well. It's 4-1 fading the banner, and the only team that won the championship and then won the opening game was the Colorado Avalanche. I believe they were against the Blackhawks though. So, I like the White Sox in this one. I'm fading the banner.
Fair enough. Higgs, your thoughts on your Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox?
Listen, give me some Cease here at a plus 140. If I get a guy at plus money who gives up like 2 runs a game, I'm firing away. Sign me up for the plus money here. And I do kind of like the under as well here with these two teams. It's a 7. Actually, I got a plus 105 on it. I don't mind. You got 2 good pitchers, and the White Sox line to me, yeah, it's good. Prove it, though. I know they're healthy right now, but I'm going under. I got my Framber tickets. I got him to, most wins on the year, 12-1 there. I'll take it. So give me that. Give me the under. But give me Cease here. Give me Cease here plus 140.
There we go. Steve saying the White Sox. This will be a good game for opening day. Yes.
And Framber was 21 Cy Young ticket as well. So
nice. Yeah, I think I grabbed Valdez as well. Higgs got me fired up for opening day.
Yes, Jake.
Yeah. Nerfy, probably juiced like hell though. Yeah. Higgs, I live in Chicago. I'm backing you with the Cubs winning the division. Let's go.
The Cubbies, they did everything they should this offseason. The pitching, listen, you can make fun of Stroman or Hendricks or Smiley or, Jameson, Talion, Steele, Keegan Thompson. They got a bunch of guys. They went out, got who? Mancini, Hosmer, even Yan Gomes. They bring in guys, veteran guys. That's what they needed. Listen, Suzuki comes back. This is a solid lineup, Cubs. It's a solid, deep bench. It's good.
Yeah. We'll move on here. The LA Angels are at the Oakland Athletics here. What a great matchup. The Angels has $2 road chalk. What could potentially go wrong here? Total of 7 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line movement here. Shohei Ohtani and Kyle Mueller, your starting pitching matchup, by the way. The Angels opened up at minus 260. Within 50 minutes, it's down to minus 215. It's dropped another 10 cents after that, minus 205. Total opened up at over 6.5, minus 110. It's gone up to a 7, around minus 112. Taking a look at where the money's coming in on this game here. For the money line, 37% of the tickets, but 52% of the cash is on the Athletics. So a little bit of the bigger bets coming in on the Athletics. 20% of the tickets, 42% of the cash is on the Athletics on the spread. 79, 58 on the opposite side there. Total split right down the middle. 52% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the over, and it's moved up half a run. I'm taking a shot here with the Athletics in this spot. First 5 plus a half a run around plus 120. Maybe taking a little bit of a fade show high after the World Baseball Classic type of thing. Some of these World Baseball Classic pitchers, I kind of want to see how they adjust to the pitch clock because they didn't get much work with it because they were at the World Baseball Classic and they didn't use it there. So I think this is a sneaky spot. I don't think the Angels should be minus $2 on the road against anybody, really. This is a team that still massively underperforms every year, and I get it. Shohei Ohtani's on the mound. Give me a little Athletics here, first 5 run line, plus the half a run around plus 120. Higgs.
I know. I was gonna say. I mean, you and brother both like the A's here, and I just can't pull the trigger on them. If Mueller pitched halfway decent in spring training, I'd say, you know what, I'll take a shot here, because there's no offensive lineup for the A's. And the Angels, I like my Reed Detmers. I got my little Reed Detmer out here. My little 150 to 1 shot here. Again, this comes down to, is Trout going to be healthy? Ohtani looks like he's healthy all the time. He goes out there two-way. He does his thing. But Rendon, they went out. They brought in Drury and Gio Urshela. So they brought in a bunch of guys like the Cubs. Who's stepping forward in the pitching staff? I need Detmers and Sandoval to do something. Again, I can't take the A's. I'm all for ugly. I say this all the time on my show. I wake up, I look at myself. Yeah, I get taken ugly. please. My wife's been taking ugly for fucking 20 years. Whoa, I'm Kurt. Sorry. You know
Okay, that's fine.
I get being ugly. I just can't with the A's. No.
Fair enough.
Run line Angels. I can't let the 205.
Sam, your thoughts here.
I'm fucking ugly enough. Let's go. A's, baby. Come on. No, I'm kidding. I am on the A's, though. It's fading Ohtani. I grab the ugly dogs. You already know. If I'm going to be on the Nationals and I'm going to be on Kansas City and I'm going to be on – I got to be on the A's.
But yeah, you didn't bet Detroit.
Well, no, I grabbed the home dogs. I did not grab the road dogs. Besides Baltimore, I grabbed Baltimore. But come on, it's gross. It's gross. Give me the A's.
Fair enough. Let's see what the chat's saying here. LMAO, pass here. That is fair enough as well. You don't have to bet every game. This is a game that I am interested in. I'm actually interested in the last two. The Dodgers are $1.60 favorites, total 7.5 in this game. Against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Julio Urias. Julio Urias and Zach Gallen, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at Dodgers $1.80. It's now Dodgers minus 160. Total opened up at a 7, and it's gone up to 7.5. Let's take a look, and kind of makes sense why this line has moved. 34% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Arizona Diamondbacks in this game here. 40% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the over in this spot. I like the over in this game. I think we see runs in this spot. Urias is good, but I can see the Diamondbacks being able to score some runs in this matchup, and I see the Dodgers being able to score once they get to that Arizona bullpen. Marte, Gurriel, Longoria, Walker, Carroll. I really like Corbin Carroll this year. He's the favorite to win rookie. Actually, no longer the favorite. Jordan Walker is. But
he's good.
He's somebody to keep an eye out for. And then this Dodgers lineup, it's still the Dodgers. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, JD Martinez, David Peralta, Vargas. I mean, this is a strong lineup still. This is still the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers will at least give us 3 to 4 runs in this game. I think the Diamondbacks can be scrappy enough to give us 3-4 runs in this game. I'm on the over 7.5 here in this spot. We'll go to Tim first here. What's your thoughts? Dodgers, Diamondbacks.
It's my boy Zach Gallen. And I know he came from Higgs's favorite college team, the UNC Tar Heels.
God.
I like Gallen. I'm going to be backing him a lot this year, especially when he's at plus money. We're high on Arizona. I have them over their win total. I have them to make the playoffs. I think that this team could possibly be your wild card 3 team in the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yes. I think they win here. They were always a pain in the ass for the Dodgers last year. I think they're going to continue to be a pain in the ass for a lot of teams this year. I'm waiting to see this Arizona team, just the young guys start to really come along. I think they will this year. I think it starts here with our boy Zach Gallen getting some nice plus money. I know he's against Urias. We are all high on Urias, but I'm backing my boy Zach Gallen.
You mentioned Corbin. They got I think Jake McCarthy out there, right? It's another outfielder for them.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Thomas, I was high on him last year, youngster. Ketel Marte. This is a nice little lineup, and you know Zach Gallen. We loved it. We love Zach. He's awesome. Yeah. Urias, I got a Cy Young future on. What's he at? A 20-1. A guy he's just average. He goes 18-3 every year. So definitely worth a shot if you want to look to get
most
a guy.
wins. That's a good look for him.
Although the Dodger lineup to me though is not that good. Like, yeah, they put up runs, but remember, Trey's gone. This is Mookie and Freddie Freeman are the only regulars who probably hit better than 260. Like, and again, that's the going rate here in MLB. Everybody's home run strikeout guys. Believe it or not, I did not take the Diamondbacks here. I didn't think run line Dodgers. Both guys weren't that great in the spring. And again, I weigh that a little early for the first week or two because I know guys are trying out new pitches and this or that. But like I say, hope in the one hand, pooping in the other. Like, You start off bad. I want to see something out of you first. Like there's teams I'm going to bet. Like I'm going to fade the Yanks out of the gate because I know they're going to be overinflated. So I'll take whoever they're playing. I don't think Boston's going to be. I'll be against Boston. I don't care who they're playing. I'm high on the Diamondbacks. I said last year. I said they got a good young core. Who knows? They take a step forward. Maybe this is their year. Here, I just can't. It was not a good spring training for either of these guys. It's a stay away for me. Fun game to watch, though. I'll be excited to watch it because you got to, the Dodgers just reload. So you got to, as a person, if you like young players, here they come. Bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah.
You just, hey, you can leave. Gavin Lux, who cares? You hit 300 last year. We don't need you. We got another guy to replace you, even though you're supposed to be a
Gavin
all-star for the next 10 years. Yeah, but I'm saying that guy was supposed to be an all-star for 10 years. He goes, they bring up another guy who's supposed to be an all-star. They're just
we went over this during the Dodgers preview thing. They have the number 2 ranked farm system in baseball, and they've been this good for how many years? It's ridiculous.
And they're trading for Mookie Betts, right? They traded for Mookie Betts, right?
They signed him. Oh no, they traded him because Verdugo was part of that trade.
And they traded for Max Scherzer and trade. Like you're trading for guys. You're giving up depth. You're still giving up good prospects, and yet you're still a top organization.
They're just a well-run baseball team.
Yeah.
Is he saying you grabbed the Giants too, Tim? I think we all are on the Giants there. Markel saying LA, going the other way. Grin said LMFAO, give me the Diamondbacks. Lean. You guys are keeping me sane right now. Appreciate it.
How?
I believe he's saying that because if I check here, it's probably still tied in both these games.
Oh,
the freaking Maple Leafs take the lead. God damn it. I'm going to lose every play I bet tonight. Wonderful. But beyond that, we have the last game of the night. The Mariners are hosting the Guardians. It's a pick-up -115 for the M's. Total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line is moved in this one here. This line opened up at +1 or -120 for the Mariners. It's gone down 5 cents. It opened up at 6.5. It's gone up 15 cents, which is kind of confusing because the money is telling me it should have gone the opposite way. 55% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on Seattle. Yet this line's moved towards Cleveland. And 75% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the under. Yet this line's moved 15 cents towards the over. They're just giving you better prices on where all the money's coming in. I grabbed a little bit of Cleveland money line here. I like this team. I like Shane Bieber. And I like the Mariners as well. I think these teams are going to be 2 good up-and-coming teams. I mean, both teams made the playoffs last year. Both teams will probably make the playoffs again this year. But I grabbed a little Cleveland full game money line at +105, and I grabbed the over in this game as well, over 6.5. I think that we can see some runs in this one potentially as well.
I'm gonna say I like both of these teams. This one here, it's not a spot to play on. I don't know if the Mariners are going to come out pumped. They had a great year last year. Everybody's going to be fired up. Let's go. And Cleveland get scrappy, no offense, but the pitching. Now McKenzie's down, so I think that hurts them. But I think they're the best all the way. 1 to 13, their pitching staff is the best in baseball. Great bullpen. Seattle, obviously, huge advantage in the lineup. I mean, Jose, we love our guy Jose. Should be MVP every year. That guy's phenomenal. I no thanks on this one here. Next game up, I could maybe get Kirby at a decent number against who's ever pitching for Cleveland next. Game 2 here. This game, it's a watcher. I always say I don't watch a lot of sports on baseball opening day. I'm watching. I want to see these young guys. There's a lot of fun matchups. The Pittsburgh game, this game here, got a lot of good stuff on. This would be a pass rate. Again, I got 13 games. I could pass on one. It happens.
I got your matchup for tomorrow, or for the game 2. You get Robbie Ray versus Hunter Gaddis.
All right. Well, Gaddis is supposed to be one of their young guys, but I'll take a. Wow, are you kidding me? There's 5 games tomorrow.
There's 5 games on Friday. Yeah. Hey, it's better than when.
What is it? Are they taking lessons from the NHL with this crap? This is like NBA and NHL. 17 games and then 2.
No, because they start off with everybody gets to play on opening day, and then
they need a day off because they got to go Saturday, Sunday to start off the new opening days on Monday. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm exactly on the opposite side of Nick. I think this is like a 2-1 Seattle game. I am very, very high on Seattle this year. I have a ticket for them to win the division. Although I don't have any other futures past that. I do have Houston winning the AL still, but I still think they can come out of wild card. I think the Seattle team is going to be very, very solid, and I'm not as high on Cleveland. I think Castillo, I have a Cy Young ticket for Castillo. I think he's better than Bieber. And I think they're favored for a reason. I would not be taking a run line in this one because I could easily see this one being 2-1, 1-0, 3-1. I could see this one being a very, very low scoring game. I'm looking at the under, and I'm on Seattle.
All right.
10-9.
These baseball matchups real fast. I know we're going to end the show because I know we're out of games. Peterson, Luzardo tomorrow on Friday. I keep saying tomorrow. I'll take Luzardo at even money. Javier versus Lance Lynn. I'm fading Lance Lynn. I think that guy's done. So Houston run line.
Yep.
I got Nick Martinez for the pot. I got to go run line because I said take run line and over. So if he's going to give up some runs, he's going to be the guy for Scott Freeland. Kelly versus Dustin May in the Dodger game. Another tough one. Like, again, I want to play on both of these guys, but not in a spot like this where I'm going to have to like 170 and then worry about the Dodgers again. Start out 0. You know, I could see the Dodgers, Arizona's getting swept here though. Like, look at this. It's, a slow start. You got a bunch of young guys. They're not there with the better pitching for the Dodgers. Yeah. I'm gonna have 13 games tomorrow, and on Friday I'll have like 2.
Yep. One last go to the chat here, and then Leafs. Yeah, damn. Yep. Well,
you got Odis.
Hockey. What do you guys think of the Panthers and Islanders parlay? I'm on both of those, so they're probably both going to lose.
I like this baseball.
Point. Honestly, I lost the Pacers by a point. They came back and made it a 13-point game. That was fun. But yeah, just tonight's been not great. Full transparency, tonight's not been great.
149 to 136. I like the Celtics tomorrow against Milwaukee.
I will probably bet nothing in the NBA, and I think it's slowly going to become no betting allowed. But with that being said, I think that's just about that. That is the entire slate for tomorrow.
And look at some of these scores: 83-89, 89-76. This is like 90s basketball again.
Equanimous. I don't have that. Picks from Dave has that clip. The ding, 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 ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, but that
Nick's under never in doubt.
Huh?
Nick's under never in doubt.
Oh yeah, I had that one. That was my only win so far. I had the Pacers.
First one, I said first one to 100. There you go. 101.92.
Missed by a hook.
It did.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi. Pacers are going to score 136. They got 12.5. I'll take it. Yeah. Loser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Painful. That's like that's a bit. That's like a tell. If you tell me that I'm getting 12.5, my team scores 136 and I lose.
God.
Take tomorrow off from the NBA. Don't even.
Yeah. No, thank you. I am good. No NBA for me. No betting allowed. People.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, but that is going to do it for this one. ESP show tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll answer questions about baseball, but it's going to be hockey and basketball. Probably Tim and I will be doing baseball shows the night before, just until summertime, and I don't have to worry about classes and things like that. And then
we'll do baseball in my show with you, Tim. And Nick can come too.
There you go.
Do you want to talk baseball?
Oh yeah, no, well yeah. I mean, we'll do baseball at night, probably most likely. Some of them, maybe some of them weren't out. We have to figure it out, but class kind of restricts time for me. But with that being said, we'll go over these last 2 comments here. Good afternoon, my guys. Didn't have a good day either, but good news I received. There you go.
Take it.
And then Real Deal Prime saying World Series Blue Jays.
I can see it. It's not a stretch. Not a stretch. Get them. They were 14-1.
But that's going to do it for this one. I believe also live on ESP right now is going to be there. We have a live betting show going on right now with picks from Dave and Pimp Slap POD. I'll be on that in just a second. But until then, good luck, everybody, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Good luck.